about 3 years ago, I had a really intense spiritual transformation that I was going through, and I guess by maybe the process of induction or inception or however you want to call it, the idea to read or study tarot came to me. And I think that's because there were messages that were trying to be conveyed to me that I wasn't getting. So not long after that idea came to me, I learned about a class.
Okay.
A tarot reading class. And to make a long story short, the first session, I was like, this is my element. This is it. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, it was really very enlightening. And so, you know, you start off by reading for yourself.
Okay.
And so I guess what I was supposed to be getting, those messages that I was supposed to be getting, started to come to me because, you know, tarot is very interesting divination too. I mean, it really picks up on what's happening subconsciously and consciously. So a lot of the questions that I had, some of the issues that I had, some of the anger that I had regarding certain circumstances were being addressed by the cards.
Wow.
Right, yeah. So the rest is history, as they say. Once I started with that, it just, you know, just grew and grew.
Okay. Could you explain to the audience exactly what the concept of reading the cards, because I hear a lot of people saying it's demonic, it's BS, and it doesn't mean anything. And I know for myself because I have had a couple readings, and I used to be a non-believer. And the reading that I have gotten over the past are on point. And I was very impressed when I met you and I showed you my chart, and you elaborate on basically what was revealed to me. So what would you like to say to the audience about, you know, the myth?
You're right, and it is a myth. And, you know, it comes from, I'm going to have to be honest, from religious doctrine.
Okay.
You know, it is anything that connects you to directly to the spirit world and not through an intermediary is going to be labeled demonic, you know, because there is a control factor that's involved in religion, all religion. And this divination through any means, tarot, I Ching, you know, people read tea leaves, puts you in direct contact with spirit. So it's just you and the spirit. There's no intermediary. And I think that's important, you know, because I think the spiritual journey that we're all on is a very individualistic journey. We're all here to learn different things. So, no, I mean, you know, people, ancient societies have been using different forms of divination tools since the beginning of time, you know, before religion was created. So there's actually, I think it's very beautiful. There's nothing demonic about it at all.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because I think, unlike you know, religion, it allows you to explore yourself. You know, and it tells you, it teaches you that you're the authority. And you're just as important as anybody else. You don't have to read something in a book or have some kind of authority or someone with credentials tell you to validate what you're feeling. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people nowadays, is that they don't trust themselves. We are knowing beings, you know, we know things. We're from the universe is all knowing, you know what I mean? And we're part of that, and so therefore we're all knowing too, but we've just been taught not to trust ourselves and to trust someone else, and that's where the control comes in. So again, it's a very beautiful thing, and I encourage people, you know, who are interested in connecting with spirit, to try many different forms of divination tools. You know what I mean? Explore them all. For me, because I think that I have a lot of spirits that watch over me, some of them deal with tarot cards or playing cards, and so that's what they imparted to me. I'm a visual person, and I have a degree in film, so I have a way or understand language through images, if that makes sense. And so the tarot card was the natural tool for me because, you know, in college I used to do storyboards and things like that, you know, for shoots and films and things like that. So I'm good with symbols, and that's what tarot is. So so I definitely encourage people to do whatever resonates with them.
Well, I feel they need to do research.
Well, yeah.
And study things that they don't understand before they just dismiss them.
Oh, absolutely.
And would you explain to the audience how the tarot cards relates to your Earth Day? Because I don't believe in birthdays, I believe in Earth Days, because this is the day we incarnated here on Earth, but we've been here many times. So this is not our birthday, it's Earth Day again. And I'm a Virgo, you a Virgo, the producer and the cameraman, we're all Virgos here today, which is amazing.
Yes, it is.
So could you elaborate on, you know, birthdays and the connection with the Earth, the universe, and, you know, the cards?
The cards can give you insight into what your karma is, what your dharma is, what your purpose is on this plane. It can, you know, give you insight into who you are, and even why you were born on a certain day. I mean, because you know, when you're dealing with master numbers or just numerology in general,
yes.
The numbers, because there are numbers on the tarot cards, and they each have a meaning. So you can get a better sense of self or a better sense of what your purpose is by studying the cards. Yeah.
Okay, so when you mention karma, plenty of people have heard the term karma, but I feel most people don't understand what it means, because a lot of people that I have spoken to think karma means punishment. And, you know, but I see karma as a lesson, because what you put out, you must get back. And when you do wrong or bad, what we call it, to someone, when it comes back in whatever way or form or whatever particular time, because you never know when and how, that is allowing you to feel what you have project on someone else, so now you can choose to change it.
Right.
Because what goes out must come back.
Exactly.
And then you mentioned dharma, and I don't think a lot of people understand what that means, even though I spoke on it on another show. So could you elaborate with karma and dharma?
Well, your karma is just like you explained it. You know, past lives, what you did in past lives, you see situations from different perspectives, and so you have to go through many different lifetimes to be able to get all of those perspectives. That is because we are spiritual beings, we're souls here trying to elevate to the higher dimensions, and in order to do that you have to experience everything. Everything. And so yeah, you know, if you were a ruler in your past life and you misuse your power, you know, when you reincarnate in the next life, you could be the subjects.
Thank you.
You understand? And so you have to understand the opposite side to that. So that's what karma is. So it's not punishment. It's just you just have to learn. And I think the faster you learn, you understand that, the faster you will get past that point and begin to experience other things as well. So it's nothing is a punishment.
Thank you.
It is a lesson, like you said. It's just you're here to learn. You're here to learn. Dharma is about purpose, you know.
Thank you.
Everybody has a different purpose in life, and your trajectory in life or your journey in life is based on that purpose. You know, some of us are higher vibrating spiritual beings, you know. Some of us are lower vibrating spiritual beings, and depending on what it is you're supposed to do here on this plane, that's how you will be guided, or you will guide yourself, or navigate through this life. So it's just about purpose, and we all have one.
Okay, so would you like to give them a little more information about you, what you do, your purpose? Because I think it's very interesting what you do.
Yeah, being a tarot reader, you know, I think it's about helping people to help guide them along their path. A lot of people are lost, a lot of people are very fearful, and I think I'm here to help them get past that fear. We all have fears. I still have fears, you know, even at this level, you know, I'm still learning. We're always learning. But I have learned to remove some of my fears, but, you know, it's a process. And so I'm here to help, as I go along, I'm here to help other people get past their fear, because I really see it as a hindrance. It really is a hindrance. It really is, it's limiting to people, and you know, that's not by accident. This whole fear that we have, you know what I mean. That's part of the culture. It's embedded in the culture here. So yeah, so as you help people rise above their fears, their frequency or their vibration rise, they become more connected to spirit and more aligned with the divine, as the term goes, and that's where you find peace.
So what about what you do with the guys in the jail? Because that is a mission. That
is a mission, as I'm also a prison advocate. And so I work with, I help death row inmates. And, you know, if you want to learn about karma and dharma and what spirit is and what all of this means, I think that's a great way, because it really tests you. You know, you have to understand, you know, why I work. I'm working on a case, a gentleman named Reginald Clemens out of St. Louis, Missouri, and he's coming up for a hearing on November 7th, but he has been on death row for 20 years. He was arrested at the age of 19, accused of a murder, of 2 murders, of 2 sisters, and just snatched out of his home, and he's been struggling to survive ever since. And so for someone as a spiritualist, to study his case, it really is a hardcore lesson in what life means and why things happen to us. You understand? Because, you know, I wrote an article recently on, you know, how to create your own reality, but, you know, when you're dealing with someone that's on death row, it's like, how does that apply? So it tests me, you know, and my beliefs. Yeah, it's very intense. It's very intense, but that's why I think that you can't get locked into the physical world no matter what you're going through. I think there are certain situations that you're put in to help test your spirit.
Oh, yes.
You know, you begin to realize your own power. When you're in certain situations, and that's what it's all about, is to realize the divine power within you. And mind over matter, really. You know what? You understand what I'm saying? So in that situation, you know, it really is about mind over matter, and there's nowhere to go except to lean on spirit. And I think that's what's happened with a lot of these cases, like Troy Davis. Unfortunately, that's coming up for execution next Wednesday. You know, and you would think somebody like that would not be as religious as he is and his family are, but the more that happens to them, the stronger their faith is rock solid, and I just think it's just an amazing thing to witness. So yeah.
How long you been doing this?
About 3 years.
Oh, with the jail?
Oh, well, the jail's about 2.5 years.
Oh, okay.
About 2.5 years I've been doing this.
So how did you get into that field?
I got an email from Amnesty International. I had registered with their site years ago, actually, and never really paid attention to the emails that they sent me. But for whatever reason, when I received this email about Troy Davis, something just clicked.